Make sure to check out our sponsor, Cell Phone Buyers Recyclers. They want to buy your cell phone old, broken, or you're just trying to get rid of it. You can contact them right at the number on the screen, text or call. Also, their social media and website is in the description if that's more convenient. If you share their social media accounts on social media, get a chance to win an iPhone. Go check them out. All right, DMX calls out Jay-Z for a beat battle. Let's talk about it. Or a versus battle. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And yeah, I put the article in the description. He was on doing a virtual interview with Nori and Drink Champs, and Nori asked him if it's any MC or rapper you can battle in a versus beat, in a versus battle, who would you battle? And he said Jay-Z. Now, if you didn't know, Jay-Z and DMX got a lot of history. And one time they were battling back and forth. I just think they was out in the street and shit. And Jay-Z basically left the battle because, you know, DMX, you know, would have sat there and battled all night according to Irv Gotti and shit. So they battling and X spitting his bars and Jay-Z spitting. So Jay-Z spits a bar and say, "Wooty woo, I'm out." And he left the battle, you know what I'm saying, instead of going bar for bar to DMX, who was over with. And DMX was willing to go, you know, bar for bar with with Jay-Z until you know he couldn't spit no more, and Jay-Z ended the battle. Now, the other time they battled, I can't remember exactly how it went, just off the top of the memory. But you know, X wanted to go up against Jay, but Jay, you know, his discovery is so crazy at this point, man. I mean, even though he probably don't have like 20 classics, I mean, Reasonable Doubt, you know, Volume 1, Volume 2, Blueprint, Blueprint 2, Blueprint 3, American Gangster, Black Album, Magna Carta, 4 verse 44. So he got a lot of, he just got a lot of projects. And then if they doing features, he got a ton of features. But DMX first 4 albums was pretty great. You know, I think the Grand Champ was like the 4th or 5th album on there, and it debuted number 1 on the top Billboard 100. You know, so DMX he got shit for days. You know, if you're talking about who got the top 5 strongest songs, X might give him a run for his money, but Jay-Z discovery is just too deep. He's been going for too long. But the quality of X may be stronger than the quality of Jay-Z overall. But X got, you know, the first 2 for sure were classics. The 3rd one was a classic. So he just don't have the longevity of Jay-Z. That's kind of like saying Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know, he got all these numbers and all these stats, and he got all the numbers, but he played longer than anybody else. You know, longevity. So that's one thing that you can look at it as. But, you know, for a short period of time, DMX was the top dog for a long time, for a short period of time. His first 3 or 4, he probably was top dog in the game. And at one point, you know, him, John, and X was doing, you know, they was kind of running together with each other. And at one point, Ja Rule was on top of the game. People forget that. Not saying that he was the greatest spitter, but he was moving the most units. You know, his popularity was shooting through the fucking roof. People forget that about Ja Rule. So at one point, all 3 of them was top of the game, man. And just Jay-Z just made smarter business decisions, and Jay-Z his longevity is what's doing it. You know, you talking about the longevity. Only person that can mess with him longevity-wise is probably LL Cool J. You know, LL had a run in the 80s, running in the 90s, and he run in the early 2000s. But, you know, to really think about it, Jay-Z has some really solid albums, but the classics probably was, in retrospect, at the time it wasn't, Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint 1, and Black Album probably was his top 3. And people say, man, one of the volumes was pretty good, 1 and 2. You know, that's subjective. You know, I wouldn't knock you put one of them on there, but them the 3 that really stood out to me. But I really like American Gangster. I really like the Blueprint 3. His worst album, you know, people probably say like the Magna Carta or 4 verse 44. To me, it was a Blueprint 2. It just had a lot of filler tracks on there. That's probably his worst, the most disappointing project in my opinion. But, you know, DMX got took down by drugs, but he was the better to me, he was the better. He was more of my favorite artist when they both was rapping in the late '90s, early 2000s. I was more of an X fan. You know what I'm saying? Just his shit, was just flesh of my flesh, flesh of my blood, and all that was just X was top dog. It's just that Jay-Z, he was able to make the business moves and use drugs, but to kind of go into the battle, Jay-Z just had too many songs. Now, if they say pay your top 10 best songs, I think DMX might get them, or it'd be close. You know what I'm saying? It might be close because DMX had anthems. Stop, drop, shut them down. Yeah, he got classics, bro. He had classics, bro. But if they talking about 20 songs in, Jay-Z just got, he just done so much work, man. I got 99 Pro. That Rick Rubin beat was crazy. My name is Ho, H to the O-V. You know what I'm saying? Ignorant shit with Benny Siegel. Ho just got hit up. It ain't too many people that can beat Ho in a singles battle. And they say Drake got the record for the most hits on the #1 by the Beatles, but I still take Jay Discovery over Drake because Jay Discovery is hold more weight than Drake. Drake Discovery don't hold no weight for me. It's a whole bunch of singing and dancing songs. We talking about rap, bar for bar, and he didn't write most of his raps. And it ain't Drake don't got too many songs that got an MC feel to it. Like when he was going, my favorite Drake songs, he was going with Rick Ross on Lord Knows on Take Care. That was dope. But he kind of always got a commercial feel to him. Drake is a crossover artist. He's a pop rapper. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell the dudes that have ghostwriters or use people and take their whole song. You could tell those guys because they sound always change. Look at Kanye West. He sound like Rhymefest. He sound like Kid Cudi. He sound like Travis Scott. Now he sound like somebody else. And with Drake, it's the same way. You can just tell the way he a real artist. DMX didn't change up through his first 5 albums. X was X. Ja Rule never changed up for the most part. Ja Rule always sounded like Ja Rule. Jay-Z always sounded like Jay. Big always sounded like Big. Pac always sounded like Pac. You know what I'm saying? All these dudes, they cadence and they flows and they, the DNA was always the same. And with Drake, I sound like Jamaican. I sound like I'm from Houston. Oh, I sound like I want to be a spitter from New York. Or I sound like I'm from Atlanta. His sounds, continue always to change. You know what I'm saying? And that was the difference. To me, the penmanship, bro. I'm going to always ride with Jay over Drake because of the penmanship. And not to talk about the songs that he wrote, too. He wrote Still Dre. People forget that. But like I said before, I don't think Drake got a classic album. Now, I don't listen to the new shit. I probably stopped listening to It'll Never Be the Same, whatever the fuck the album that was. That was tight. But he don't have a classic album to me, bro. That's just my humble opinion, bro. But a lot of people like Drake. They like the pop rapper crossover feel. My top pop rapper, it's probably gonna be Future. That's probably the dude that I'm riding with. That I'm riding with the most is probably Future. Yeah, Dirty Sprite 2 was a pop rap classic. Yeah, I love that. I like Future, man. I might be in the minority there, but one thing about Future I like is that he got his own style. He's a dope writer. He write a lot of other shit too. A lot of people don't know about. But as far as X and J, I think it'd be a good battle. DMX got a great discovery. Jay-Z got a good discovery, great discovery. And it'd be fun to watch. You know what I'm saying? I think it would be them battle a third time and Jay-Z punking out and leaving the original battle. But DMX is probably one of the my top 20 artists of all time for sure. We all know I got Jay at 5. For right now we go Pac, Big. They can be tied for 1. Then I probably go Nas is my 3rd. Jay-Z is my 4th. Rakim is my 5th or somewhere in there. That's just how I'm rocking. This is my opinion. But with X in my top 20. If X was continued able to keep his nose clean, he can be up there, man. I think X is a forgotten rapper. He's a very, very forgotten rapper, but Jay, I don't think Jay would do something like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Jay would entertain that. I don't think Jay would do something so small, but if Jay did hop on there with DMX, they might break the IG live stream. You know what I'm saying? If they can get Jay to do something like that with X, You know, that'd be great. I mean, it's a lot of other great rappers I want to see do it, but I don't think Jay-Z would do it because he got everything to lose and nothing to gain. You know, I think he should do it. It'd be fun. X get his 20 songs, Jay get his 20 songs, and they, you know, they go do a story and shit, and they tell their stories and shit like that. That'd be dope. Just make sure X and Jay-Z is in the studio where they got, you know, clear, you know, sound, no distortion, no delay or nothing like that. But that's my opinion. I think it'll be a good battle. I want to see it. But you know, other battles, I love to see like T.I., Jeezy, Gucci, you know, Rick Ross, all the trap rappers go at it. 2 Chainz, and you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of guys I want to see there in the producer battle. I want to see Daz get in there. I want to see Pete Rock get in there. Jazzy Faye get in there. So this is my opinion. I think it'd be dope, but I don't think Jay-Z would do it. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Check out our music entertainment playlist. If you got business question, inquiry, response, or if you want to see more videos like this, you got business question, inquiry, response shit. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I'm there. I'll hit you back at my earliest convenience. Other than that, want to make a donation, Cash App, PayPal description. Let me know what you guys think. Will Jay-Z battle DMX? We go.